Oleg Taktarov, coined the Russian Bear, is a bit of an oddity all himself. A sambo and judo practitioner with rugged good looks, a steely gaze, and calm demeanor, he appears as just an unassuming man, and certainly not immediately identified as your typical fighter. His MMA career, likewise an oddity, saw him get his start in the Wild West days of early MMA. In 1995, he had come to America to participate in the UFC No. 5 tournament, and though he failed to capture the UFC 5 tournament championship, losing to Dan Severn in the semifinals, he would have another go of it at UFC 6. During this time, Oleg had shacked up with Ken Shamrock and the Lions Den's boys, and when UFC 6 came around, he would succeed, defeating 3 opponents that night, including a cheeky semifinal win against Anthony Macias, who shared the same manager with Oleg, and whom many believe took a dive against Oleg, allowing him an easy path to the finals and to have fresh legs to defeat Tank Abbott. After one more UFC tournament, Ultimate 95, which saw Oleg fall once again to that mustachioed man, Dan Severn, Oleg was coaxed to fly over to Japan and try out the gentle MMA, Pancrase, likely at the behest of his Lions Den's boys Shamrock and Mesger. It was in 1996, the event Truth 5, and his opponent would be middling Pancrase performer Ryushi Yanagasawa, who was great at beating guys named Vernon White, but terrible at beating anyone with a name like Rutan, Shamrock, or Funaki. This would be Oleg's only foray into the world of Pancrase, and it's the subject of today's MMA Oddities. Hello, friends and loved ones. It's me, the most dangerous man alive today, back for more odd MMA action. Slightly odd MMA action. I guess this is just more odd because it's Oleg Taktarov's only Pancrase fight. The date is May 16th, 1996. The arena is the Nippon Budokan Hall in Tokyo, Japan. The event is Pancrase Truth 5, and our 2 competitors, Oleg Taktarov, he was 28 years old, and he had a record of 9-2-1. Ryushi Yanagasawa, he is 23 years old, 1 month shy of his 24th birthday, and his record for this fight, 8-9-1. With all that out of the way, let's just press play here and get this show on the road. Pressing play right now. So, well, knowing the results of this fight, we'll say this: I was hoping that this fight would have been more of a spectacle. Let me turn that down a little bit. I was hoping for more of a spectacle, sort of weird clash of styles, that magic would have happened, but I don't think we're going to see that. Some rockin' music here. Hopefully this doesn't flag any copyright. Copyright flags. There's Oleg Taktarov. He's looking a bit chunky. He's in okay shape. He's not in bad shape. Like the haircut. He just sort of comes in all nonchalant. There's no there's no pomp. There's no excitement. He might have just rolled out of bed. And he bows to the crowd. That's nice. Yanagasawa Ryushi. He's a big dude. He's 6'3". He has an impressive body, so it's surprising that he really was not doing that well. Sure, he could beat up guys named Vernon White and other nobodies, but anytime he fought a marquee name, he had lost to Rutan twice, KO the first time around, rear naked choke the second time around. He lost to Funaki Masakatsu twice, knee bar first time around, second time around was a key lock. He lost to the Shamrock adopted brothers. I was going to say step brothers. First Ken heel hooked him. And Frank won a decision. Guy Mesger beat him once just prior to this at Pancrase Truth 4 with a KO to the palm strikes. Then he had a draw against Guy Mesger earlier. He beat up a lot of guys who were nobodies, I guess you could say. Here he comes. He's really dark. He's a dark motherfucker. I like his yellow though. The yellow is really good. Like a golden burnt yellow. Looks great. If I was going to get a Lamborghini, I would get it in that color. He beat up James Matthews. We saw that at Pancrase 1, which I did a classic MMA revival for. Todd Bjornthun. Who the fuck is that? Christopher DeWeaver. Who the fuck is that? Gregory Smith. Who the fuck is that? Those are his wins. Larry Papadopoulos, you know that guy, maybe. Oleg, he's coming off of a 30-minute slog against Dan Severn at Ultimate 96. That same night, he fought Marco Huas to an 18-minute slog, so he has a lot of mileage in a short period of time on him. He's given up a lot of height here to Yanagisawa. I would say it's a good maybe 5 inches. How tall is Oleg? Oleg here. He's listed at Yanagisawa 6'3". He's listed at 6 foot. Huh. That's questionable. Especially if we get a profile shot of these two guys. Yanagisawa is a good bit taller. With that in mind, although Oleg's a little bit more beefy, they're probably about the same weight. Here we go! Bell rings. Ooh, straight sort of front kick there by Yanagisawa. Then a low kick. What is Oleg doing trying to defend that? That's a nothing kick. He goes high. Ooh, doesn't really get much off on it. Oleg's fat ass and fat thighs. He's a good looking guy though. I mean, he had, I wouldn't say he's like model attractive. Like he could be on the front of some GQ magazine. Maybe they would put him on the front of GQ. What do I know? Ooh, he goes low. Yanagisawa goes high. But he just had that sort of, how would you call it? Striking looks with his steely gaze, his blue eyes. Little sort of hip kick there by Yanagisawa. And Oleg takes him down there with the foot, the leg. He's in side control. Yanagisawa's kind of giving up his back. I hope he transitions to freaky mount. He's mounted. Now he's full mount. Yanagisawa at this point in his career is probably used to being on his back in this position after fighting the likes of Rutan, Funaki, and the Shamrock Bros. Oleg here is kind of working a semi-neck crank headscarf sort of deal. Oh, he's in side control. Yanagisawa's his feet are under the ropes. The ref has got to come in on pretty soon. Maybe not now. Again, he's kind of working this neck crank. He's trying to get the arm over, the left arm there. But Yanagisawa's doing a good job defending it. And now we're all in the ropes here. Ref is taking a real good look at it. Looks like Oleg's right knee might be a little fuckered, as it has some sort of wrap or gauze on it. Those are the Macho Man colors, Yanagisawa. I've mentioned this before. I know I've mentioned this before in a classic MMA revival. Not the Hulk Hogan colors. Hulk Hogan was more of a bright yellow. That's more of the Macho Man yellow when Macho Man wore yellow. I do like it. Looks really good. Oh, nice kick there by Oleg. Another one. Oh, and he thinks about going in with head slaps. They grapple again. Yanagisawa knees. Another knee. Another knee. And then a fourth one. Just for good measure. But none of them really did much. Yanagisawa, Ill-timed kick there, way too close. Oleg just catches it and drops him. Oleg should slap him in the face here. Fuck the rules, okay? Fuck this, the Pancrase, rules that they wouldn't slap on the ground, though some guys would, I guess, if there was an agreement. Or maybe if the guy on the bottom, Yanagasawa's on top now, if the guy on the bottom initiated slaps, then the slaps would be okay. I don't understand, like, when they can head slap, who decides he's going to follow the ring here. Oleg had extended his leg, kind of unbalanced him there. I would say Ryushi here, he's a Filipino color, though I don't know what significance is maybe he just tans well. But the difference between a fair, light-skinned Japanese and a dark-skinned Japanese, is there any significance there? I don't know. They grapple again. Ryushi likes to keep his head down here when he's grappling, even though he's the bigger guy. He should use his size against Oleg. Oleg is able to get sort of this dominant control here on these grapples with his head on top of Ryushi's. Ryushi is just resting his hand there, and Oleg pulls him down, then up and over. Nice. That was pretty easy. Now is he going to go back for this? He could get the headscarf there. I don't know why he's going on the inside there. He should go on the outside. Is he grabbing his own boot here for leverage? His own knee guard there? And he sort of lays back there for this head crank semi headscarf choke. Now he's on Ryushi's back. Wow, the action. The crowd could barely contain their excitement. Not sure what Oleg's going for here. An armbar? No, come on. Bad position. Nothing gonna come of that. Now Ryushi's on top. Oleg's got him in his guard. Oleg just lays back. Gonna take a breather here. Ryushi wraps his hands around the back of Oleg's neck here and is doing a weak can opener. And he decides to stop doing that. And now little chopping punch to the wrist. He was trying to go for the body, but not even close. Ryushi's fighting very small here. He's at the sort of at the ends of Oleg's knees there. He should dominant position, like he should move over on top of him more. Maybe this is why Ryushi's record is only 8-9-1, because he doesn't use his size well at all. What the fuck is going on with this cameraman? He's lazy. He needs a break, and he's just gonna sort of set his camera onto the canvas here so he doesn't have to actually hold it. And he's just resting the camera now on the canvas. And the director doesn't give a shit. It's like, nah, we'll just stick with it. No need to go to a different angle. This is getting the action. Oh, great stuff. You look at this, and I guess you ask me, I would be surprised at the popularity of the time of Pancrase. But then again, shoot style wrestling was popular, although it was waning at this time. I think it was waning because of Pancrase, rings, shuto. Because why watch a fake fight, even though it looks kind of real, when you can watch an actual real fight? Oh, and Oleg is all wrapped up in the ropes here, and Ryushi's hammering down slaps. That gets the crowd riled up. But yeah, so shoot style wrestling had its heyday when there wasn't a real alternative, and there was obviously an appetite in the Japanese Japanese audience for this sort of fighting style because Pancrase was popular. Again, I won't say I can't see why, or I don't think it should be popular. I mean, it's fine. But anyway, I'm just trying to make a point here. Is I can understand why Pancrase was popular, even though you watch a fight like this and you're like, oh God, what the fuck? What is Oleg doing? He's just sort of crawling all around him. Open, Oleg's busted open. Look at that. You fucking blow on the guy's face and he gets cut. Yeah, sure. Shoot style, 1996 shoot style was fastly going the way of the dodo bird. Had its rise mid to late 80s. Had a good golden period there. I'd say late 80s to early 90s, and then by this time it was drying up quick. I think Kingdom might have been coming up now, though UWFI was still around, I want to say. But it would be gone quick. Here's Oleg again with mount. Slap him in the face. The ref breaks it, and Oleg was caressing his hair there. And just sort of nonchalantly gets up. Lucky Strike cigarettes, are those popular in Japan? Not a fan. Not a fan of filterless cigarettes, though. I can't tell you if Lucky Strike were still filterless at this time. Maybe they've always been filterless, but like all things, like Pancrase, hey, a good analogy. If Lucky Strike eventually got with the times and put a filter on their cigarettes, just like Pancrase would eventually get with the times and put gloves on their fighters. Yeah, and that was another interesting thing, is that how Pancrase, it replaced shoot style wrestling, but Pancrase itself would be replaced by Pride, you know, and a more physical style of MMA, and that's why Pancrase would eventually adopt your mainstream MMA style with gloves, get rid of the shin guards, and go for less of this elegant fighting and more for a hard-hitting style. Kind of sad, though, you know, because Pancrase was its own beast. What is it, 10 minutes down, 13 minutes down? How many fucking minutes? Let's just say it's 10 minutes down, I think. Pancrase had its own style, and it's sort of sad that it's gone away. And will never be replicated. Certainly not in this day and age. Although it'd be cool if they did like a throwback event. And maybe they will. You never know. Pancrase is still around today. It has good longevity. Against all odds, Pancrase has managed to stick around. And I don't see why, after the fall of Pride, why Pancrase wouldn't be the immediate like successor and like pick up the slack. But after Pride, they tried Dream, which was just another Yakuza front that went out pretty quick. Or was there another one after Pride before Dream? But anyway, there was another one before Rising now. Rising seems to have caught the attention of it. And here's Oleg going for an arm bar attempt. He's really high up on the guard here. Oh, he doesn't get the leg over. Ryushi defends. Oleg is still on top. Rising is getting there. I will say that, and it's captured the attention, I think, through promotion, but we'll see if they can actually do anything with the hype. I don't think they've lived up to the hype yet. I think it's hard to recapture what Pride did, because Pride was 100% a product of its era. Here's this neck crank headscarf. Oleg, for some reason, is trying to grab his own leg. Maybe he has some sort of submission doing that, but it would be smarter for him to wrap up the left arm under the elbow and push Ryushi's left arm across his face, and then you lay back with that sort of choke there. But Rising, I would say that they haven't fully capitalized on the hype. Their events have been good. But going back to what I was saying, there is a point to what I'm saying. What the fuck did Ryushi just... He just squirts away. He just runs. Oh, there's a leg kick. Pride was special. And Pride was special because... For a lot of reasons, Pride was special. It was kind of... it was managed very well, although it was managed by a bunch of Yakuza frontmen. Pride was the lucky recipient, was the beneficiary. 2 minutes left now. Was the beneficiary of just the era of where you had all these guys from around the world that were coming up, that were amazing, that were once in a lifetime fighters. This, steroid performance enhancing was completely turned a blind eye to. So you had pretty much monsters in there. You just had a lot of quality fights. You had quality fighters, again, fighters that you can never replicate. In this day and age, MMA has kind of become more streamlined to where I don't think a lot of those guys would just come out of nowhere anymore. But that's a whole nother conversation for another video. Exchange kicks there, some striking. We're going to be down to 1 minute. Oh, nice squirt under there, under the leg, and takedown by... Oh, and Oleg was straight up choking him there. Oleg was choking a bitch. And the ref immediately stops and he's like, your thumbs. He's like, what? Oh, he gets a red card. That's going to fuck Oleg. He's fucked now. Oleg was winning this fight. He was in dominant position for 75% of the fight. And now he's fucked. That red card destroys him. He's kind of got moves going on here. Oleg, he looks a lot older than he actually is. He's 28 here. He could be 38. He's kind of got that Russian ageless face. He could be anywhere from 20 to 40. You can't really tell. Some kicks by Rushi here. Last 20 seconds, I assume. Takedown here by Oleg, and Oleg needs to do something in 20 seconds or he's fucked. He's got the legs hooked. He's wrapping up the right leg. If he's going to spring something, he needs to do it now. There's 10 seconds left. Just do whatever you're going to do. It's too late now. Oh boy, missed opportunity here. Oleg, just as he's getting... Oh, just as he had it set. Bell rings. He was falling back from an Achilles pull. Fuck, Ryushi's sweaty. He's drenched. Oh. And, he's asking now, what the fuck happened? What was I doing? He's like, you were choking me, motherfucker. He's like, no. He's like, yeah, your thumbs. He's like, fuck. Oh, here we go. Ryushi is the winner via decision. Kind of bunk. Well, this was a fight, I guess. Kind of. Can they understand each other? Or they speak in English? What language are they speaking to each other? Oh, Oleg gets his arm raised too. I guess I could understand why this is Oleg's only Pancrase fight. Maybe they never asked him back. Maybe he never offered the comeback. I don't think this was for him. This style of fighting was not for him. He's back in the ring. Why are you back in the ring? Oh, you gotta go out that way. You can't go out the other way. You cannot walk around. What the fuck? Oh, Pancrase in the rules. No, you have to go down this way. You have to go down the blue carpet. Oh, nice little packed arena there for Pancrase. Again, we could have a whole video talking about Pancrase's popularity and all that stuff some other time. Well, I'm pressing stop right there. What did you think of Oleg Taktarov's only Pancrase fight? Was it everything you had hoped it would be? It wasn't for me. It wasn't a very entertaining... I wasn't bored. But it wasn't... I was hoping for like a spectacle. You're bringing in this outside brawler into your style. And I was hoping magic would happen. But it didn't happen. Still not a bad fight. Not a horrible fight. And it was one for the history books. Definitely earns its spot as an MMA oddity. Like, share, subscribe, you assholes, if you haven't yet. Stay tuned for more videos coming. All sorts of different videos coming. We're eventually gonna do the Inoki Bumbe 2000, the pro wrestling event with all the Pride stars. God, it looks amazing. We gotta watch it. We'll be doing that soon. I think we're gonna do that as like a Christmas present to all the fans. But for now, I must sign off. This is the most dangerous man alive today. Wishing you goodbye, good luck, and we'll sniff you fucking jerks later.